Yo, I'm freaking digging these meditations. 20 minutes or more. Digging it. Damn. Ah, Jesus. That guy. So, in today's session of sitting with myself, I'm in a foreign place today. So, I noticed and I observed in myself how often I was looking to see what was going on outside of me because I just was curious. And then, like, what was coming up in this centering prayer and sitting with myself and just observing my thoughts and letting them pass through was my FOMO, my fear of missing out. And it's really interesting because as I noticed this, like, there was a couple times early in my session where I opened my eyes, I heard things, and I opened my eyes to see where I was. Not even where I was, because I'm sitting on a tree. So that felt safe, but like what was going on around me, like things I heard in the grass, like people I heard around me, dogs, balls bouncing, all these things, people having conversations. And this was a couple times I opened my eyes, I just checked. And as I closed my eyes and really settled into the session of sitting with myself, I noticed this fear of missing out is was about several things. It was about my safety. It was about, am I safe in this environment? It was also about what the hell's going on. Like, I gotta see this, I gotta know. And that's the path I started going on. Like, when I saw that thought and I let it go, it was like what started coming up for me were all the little things that I feel in my life. I have to know. I got to know. I got to know. I gotta look. I gotta get the head start. And that contributes to me and my impatience because I feel like when I'm in a situation, I gotta know the end result. And this is the beautiful thing about life and sitting with self and getting to know myself is that I'm learning and I'm understanding, and actually not overstanding, I'm overstanding that I don't have to know everything. I just get to show up. Okay? I just get to show up. And in that space where I feel like I need to be safe, or I need to fit in, or I need to blend in, or I need to be liked, and all that stuff, what sits at the heart of that is being able to, wow, be comfortable with what is, and not be resigned to it, but surrender to what is, so I can see what's next. And what was fascinating is as these things started coming on, because as I'm recollecting now in the meditation in that session, I started really settling into like using my other senses. In this particular situation, it was relevant because I got to use my ears, my sense of feel, as the breeze on my skin, um, my smell. I got to use all those things, and it brings me back to life, where we don't know where when we don't know where we're going or what's going to happen next, we get to use our other senses to feel our way through. So the other senses in regards to life could be our gut feeling. What's our heart telling us? What's our mind, our soul telling us? Those are the senses in regards to life that really get to that really help me along the journey. And I share this because I feel like it can help a lot of people. So when it comes to fear of missing out, right? If you feel like that's your thing or like you've been really impatient, I want you to get to settle in with yourself and just see what that's about. Is it about you being safe? Is it about you trying to fit in? Is it about you, you know, having to know? And I want you to think to yourself, what's my life like when I don't need to know? When I don't need to know the end result, and I talked about attachment in a video before this, but what is my life really like when I don't need to know the end result? How do I show up in a situation? How do I show up in my life? How do I show up for my friends, my family, my kids? How does that happen? But I don't need to know the result. I don't have an expectation of what's supposed to happen. So I'm digging these sitting with myself sessions, and I feel like I'm at this point where I want to up this to maybe 25 minutes, maybe even 30, because what I noticed is as I started to settle in and the thoughts started to go, a lot of the tension, I felt sadness come up from my hips, A lot of these things are coming up in my body when I just get to sit and be still and observe. So if you're not doing any meditation, you're not sitting with yourself. And in meditation, everybody talks about that. It's about clearing your mind. I'm not asking you to clear your mind. I'm asking you to let that thing flow like the river, and just observe and let it come, let it pass through, come and pass through until there's calm and clarity. So if you're not doing that, give it a shot. Maybe if it's a minute, maybe it's 5 minutes, maybe it's 10, maybe you want to go for the whole shebang bang and go for 20. Whatever works for you, rock with it. This is Paul from New Wellness Neighborhood, your new wellness guide and the change agent. Until next time.